Hello, this is Miss Salen, and I'm here to teach you all how to read a graphic novel. So graphic novels are a little different. This follows the way Japanese culture reads this. So instead of taking the book how you would normally take a book and open it like this, you see here, this is usually on the back of a book. So you flip it over and this is how you would start. So everything is backwards. So the front is actually on the back. To us, this is the back. So this is how you would start. Oh no, I want you to see how this opens. So it's very different than what we are used to, but a lot of kids really enjoy graphic novels, and especially reluctant readers that don't like or aren't used to a book full of text, that might turn them off. But if you introduce them to novels, graphic novels full of images and word bubbles, this will make it an enjoyable experience and open the world to reading. So it's especially popular with reluctant readers, the ELL population, the SPED population, and it's a great way to introduce them into a love for reading. So many might have different thoughts about graphic novels, but if you do take the chance to look through a graphic novel and read even just a part of a graphic novel, you will see that there's many positive characteristics of a graphic novel. For one, students will have to inference much more than reading between the lines of text. They have all of these pictures and these words, these word bubbles to make inferences of. So just looking at the pictures, they will have to make an inference about tone, about character's viewpoint, and there's a bunch of different little details that they can focus on and make those inferences and critical thinking practice. Hey everyone, so in the previous clip I explained the benefits of using graphic novels and manga books in the classroom, and now I'm going to actually read through the first chapter of this manga book, or this graphic novel version of The Scarlet Letter, just so that you can get the hang of and see how a graphic novel is read, because it's really different than the typical book. So this is, like I said, everything is backwards, everything is different. We are used to reading from left to right, but it's different when we read this type of graphic novel. So you can see that I'm going to open it backwards. You see that the spine's on this side. I'm going to open it backwards. Okay, so here is the novel, opening it from, I guess you can say, the back. So backward style. And it even explains how to read manga, and I will have scanned these pages and put them into the PowerPoint, so you can refer to this when you need to. Okay, so I will read the first chapter. This is the first page, even though to most people this will seem like it is the last page, but you'll pick it up very quickly. 19th century Salem, Massachusetts, United States of America. Good morning. Good morning. So you start from the right side, the side that's closest to the spine. Just think of it that way. And you move out. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My subordinates have been made lazy by the security and routine of our work. To be honest, my work as a custom officer was quite dull. I once dreamed of seeing my name on the title pages of books. Sigh. Instead, it's printed on merchandise boxes. My name traveled the world, but not as I had hoped. One day, to combat my boredom, I decided to clean up some outdated documents. Among the piles of forgotten papers, I hoped to find something of historical interest. It was sad to think how much toil had been wasted on these musty papers. I chanced to lay my hand on a small package carefully wrapped in ancient parchment. At that moment, I had a feeling that a treasure would be brought to light. 17th century Boston, United States of America. At that time, most citizens of Boston were Puritans from England who had brought with them the severity of their faith. These Puritans adhered to strict discipline and despised all sins, great or small. And what students like about graphic novels is that the pages aren't full of text, so it's not overwhelming. So you'll see that some panels just have images. So that's very appealing to them. The law is too soft on her. Prison time and a mark upon her dress. Too merciful, I say. Okay, remember, start with the text that is closest to the spine, the right side. That is the truth. Were I in charge, I would have placed a brand of hot iron upon her forehead. That's a mark she could not hide. Even if she covers the mark, the pang of it will always be in her heart. How can such a person earn sympathy? An immodest woman who cheated on her husband with another man and has even had a child with him, she has shamed us all and ought to die. If justice cannot be upheld, Boston will be overrun with sin. Hester Prynne, your time has come. You must show your mark to the world. Here she comes. Make way, good people. I promise she will be set where you may all see her clearly. Another page of just images. Come here, show your scarlet letter. What does that woman have? Why does that woman have an A on her? That baby is proof of her sin, just as sure as the scarlet letter that she hides behind the child. How can she stitch the mark of adultery so beautifully? How shameless she is. We should rip it off her and replace it with one made from a rag of rheumatic flannel. Every stitch of that embroidered letter she has felt in her heart, I am sure. She makes pride out of a punishment for shame. It's my home in England, Hester. And my parents, who love me so much. Be careful not to fall down. I will. Father, mother, why would I think about this at this time? Hester, this elderly scholar, one shoulder higher than the other, is my husband. Come on, it is time for our wedding. After he married, he spent all his time digging in books. 2 years ago, he sent me to Boston alone. I have not seen him since. So the past has become nothing but memories. Only my shame and my child are real. All else has vanished. And now, chapter 2. So, for students reading silently, alone to themselves, I mean, it does flow very quickly. And you can see all of the images are very captivating, and there's a lot of inferences that they can make from the expressions on the characters' faces to the colors that the illustrator chose to use, and even the way the text is displayed, whether it's in a thought bubble or without a thought bubble, a speaker tag. All of these are ways for students to pick up on viewpoint and different elements of the text, which does indicate that there is literary merit in graphic novels. So this is just one reading, and I really encourage you all to visit the library and start checking out graphic novels. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this is another type of graphic novel. This is not manga. It is just a regular graphic novel, in that it reads from left to right, just in the typical way that any book would, except that it is full, as you can see, of illustrations, graphics. So this one you don't have to start from the back like I showed you in the other video. The Book of the Scarlet Letter, that's manga. You don't start like that. This one is just a regular graphic novel. Again, you start from the front, open it up, and it reads just like any regular book would. So this is El Defo by C.C. Bell, and this is a really cute graphic novel. Students really gravitate towards this one. This is a memoir in graphic novel format. So the author is actually someone who is deaf. She became deaf after suffering from meningitis, and she lost her hearing. And this is her way of telling her story and allowing readers to see how life is for a deaf person, how they interpret words and sounds, and the struggles that they face, and the theme of overcoming challenges and using what most people would think is a weakness and turning it into your strength is really just very inspirational and an awesome theme that a lot of students really enjoy reading. So this is in the library. You are welcome to come by, check it out, and use it with your students. So I'm just going to read you the first chapter just so that you see that it reads in regular format. This might be a graphic novel that you would like to start with if manga is a little bit too different for you and you want to just ease into those type of graphic novels, then you might try out these. Okay.
Chapter 1. I was a regular little kid. I played with my mom's stuff. I watched TV with my big brother Ashley and my big sister Sarah. I rode on the back of my father's bicycle. Whee! I found caterpillars with my friend Emma, and I sang, "We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine." But then everything changed. A yellow submarine. Cece? George, do something, hurry. My parents rushed me to the hospital. Please, help us, she's so sick. I am pulled away from my parents and taken to a room. Somebody sticks a needle in my back. The fluid from her spine tells us she has meningitis. Her brain might swell, but she's only 4. I wake up. I'm in a different room. A doctor comes. We need to measure your head. And a nurse comes. This won't hurt a bit. And oh, but my head hurts really bad. The arm prickings and head measurings are endless. It looks like I'll be here for a while. But after many days of treatment, I am well enough to share a room with another sick kid. Something is different, though. But what? I can't quite figure it out. Cece, I want some ice cream. Want some ice cream? Huh? I guess she doesn't want any. For one thing, how come I never get any ice cream? The other kid gets it all the time. Why can't Ashley and Sarah come up to my room to talk to me? They might have germs, and so they... And how come the TV doesn't make any sense? Everything is so quiet. It's not all bad, though. I get lots of great gifts. And I start to feel better. I put on one of the gifts. It's time to get up, but I can't stand up. I can't even walk. I can crawl, though, and after a few days of practice, I regain my balance. I'm feeling so much better. I think I might even be all better. Finally, I get to leave the hospital and go home. Miracle of miracles, my siblings are being nice to me. Ashley has made and hidden hundreds of paper boats all around the house just for me, and has filled each one with a special surprise candy. And Sarah sits close to my bed at night until I fall asleep. I wake up every morning happy and relieved to be home. I stay close to Mama no matter where she is. But suddenly, I lose her. Where is she? I call out, but she doesn't answer me. When I finally find her, I know that everything is different. I think she knows it too. I can't hear. Okay, so that was the reading of chapter 1, and I just want to point out some of the aspects of a graphic novel. So here, the author uses this format to really tell her story. You can see that in this thought bubble, you can see that the text is fading, and so readers will make an inference, and they can, this requires some higher order thinking skills. It's fading, so this reveals that the character Cece, she is losing her hearing. And then when you see blank thought bubbles or speaker bubbles, you see it's because she can't hear anything. So the pictures really reveal a lot, and students will have to critically think to understand what is going on, more than what the text reveals. Kayla, what do you like about graphic novels?
I just like the plot, the way it's laid out. I mean, it's not much of the drawing itself, but it's the more of the diversity of the characters, the more that the fact that they give more of the livelihood that you would get in a book. So I guess I can relate to it because I'm an artist, so that's what I like about it.
Awesome, thank you. So Mario, what do you like about graphic novels?
They make the pictures, they make the books more interesting.
Okay, and does it make it easier to read?
Yeah,
How often do you go to the library to check out graphic novels?
like about every week.
Oh wow, okay, well thank you for sharing.